Students, in the previous video, I explained about the different air pollutants such as carbon monoxide. We talked about the carbon monoxide that it forms carboxyhemoglobin. Instead, that in a normal body, oxyhemoglobin is formed. So it forms carboxyhemoglobin, which is very fatal for a living organism. Then we talk about the smog and the acid rain. Today we are going to talk about the fourth pollutant, that is the particulate matter. Now, what is particulate matter? Any particles which are being added by the industries, automobiles in the air, they may be solid or liquid. And these particles, when they are released, they rise up in the air and they settle in the lower atmosphere, right? So on the basis of the size, we study the particulate matter into two types: settable and suspended. The particles whose size is less than 10 micrometer, they are called as settable, and they settle down, means they settle down in the lower atmosphere within a day or even less than uh, 1 day. And the suspended particulate matter, the size is greater than 10 micrometers and they remain in the air for weeks. They don't settle easily, right? Now, the Central Pollution Control Board recognized that the particles whose size is 2.5 mm or less are very harmful for the human beings, right? Now, let's talk about what all is included in this particulate matter. What kind of particles are present? They may be aerosols, smoke, dust, or pollen spores, etc. Let's talk about the aerosols first, like supersonic jets, fighter planes, right? They release various vapor chemicals, the chemicals in the form of vapors like fluorocarbons, chlorofluorocarbons, and even you must have heard that the refrigerators, we use chlorofluorocarbons as the coolants in the refrigerators in the cold storage plants. So these chlorofluorocarbons, these are all the example of aerosols. Smoke, you are very well familiar, we have done what is smoke. Then we have dust, and sometimes uh, and different types of dust are produced, like cotton dust, which also causes the lung problems. And then we have these pollen spores, like you all know that the reproduction in fungi takes place through spores. So these spores are airborne, they are transferred from one place to another via air. And then we have the different types of fungi, bacteria present in the air, which are considered under the particulate matter. Now, students, we have very well discussed about the different pollutants which are causing pollution in the air. Now, the next question is, what can we do to stop this pollution, to control this pollution? So let's talk about the methods by which we can control the air pollution. The first one is the electrostatic precipitator. Electrostatic precipitator, it is an electrical device which is used in the chimneys of the thermal power plants, right? They are fitted in the chimney of the thermal power plant and they remove the particulate matter. Suppose we are using the coal in the thermal power plant, so when this fossil fuel is burnt, a lot of dust particles, particulate matter, coal particles are being released through the chimney, so that needs to be purified. So for that there is a device which is known as electrostatic precipitator. So let's talk about the functioning of the electrostatic precipitator. So let's suppose this is the chimney, right? So what happens is the smoke has to pass from this chimney towards the exhaust, towards the atmosphere, towards the air. It mixes up with the air, the smoke which is released through the chimney. So we can say that here what is done is the electrodes. What electrodes? The electrodes are maintained at a very high temperature, and continuously the high current, high voltage is given to these electrodes. When continuous current is being given, these electrodes they heat up. Once they heat up, they get red. They get red in color, right? What happens is electrodes are fitted in the chimney of the thermal power plant. Device is fitted. ठीक है, that device contains electrodes. High current is maintained in these electrodes, and high temperature and high voltage is given. So when high voltage is given, these electrodes they heat up and they turn red. Once they turn red, they start releasing electrons. They start releasing electrons. When the heated electrodes, they release electrons, we call it as a corona effect. We call it as a corona effect. Then what happens? Now the dust particles, they are continuously, the coal particles, they are continuously moving through this chimney. These dust particles, they bind to these electrons. Now you all know that electrons carry a negative charge. So when the dust particles, they bind to these electrons, they also gain a negative charge. Now these negatively charged dust particles, they are going to move upwards. Then what is done is some positively charged electrodes are also applied. Positively charged, right? These are called as collecting plates. Now what happens? The collecting plates are positively charged. The dust particles, now they have acquired the negative charge because they have binded up with the electrons. When the negatively charged dust particles moves towards the chimney, they get attracted towards the positively charged collecting plates. So the dust particles, they are collected here on the collecting plates because they are negatively charged and the collecting plates are the positively charged. So from here we can see that all the particulate matter, it has got accumulated on the collecting plates. It has gathered here, and from here it can be easily removed, and the air which has been, we can say that the particulate matter has been removed, it's passed out through the chimney of the thermal power plant. So next we have the scrubber. It, it is again another device which is used to remove harmful gases, mainly sulfur dioxide, like sulfur dioxide from the industrial exhaust. Right, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀਜ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਮੇਨਲੀ ਸਲਫਰ ਡਾਈਆਕਸਾਈਡ ਨੂੰ ਰਿਮੂਵ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਡਿਵਾਈਸ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ਵੀ ਕਾਲ ਇਟ ਐਜ਼ ਅ ਸਕਰਬਰ. ਸੋ ਹੇਅਰ ਯੂ ਕੈਨ ਸੀ ਦੀ ਡਾਇਗਰਾਮ ਆਫ ਦੀ ਸਕਰਬਰ. what happens, there are there is one inlet and one outlet. From the inlet, a dirty air means which is containing sulfur dioxide gas is being passed through this chimney, right? When this gas passes through this chimney, here we can say we have a water and lime is dissolved. And what happens when this dirty air passes through this water and lime spray, the sulfur dioxide, it combines with the lime, it reacts with the lime and to form calcium sulfate and sulfides, right? Dirty air is passed and water and lime spray is sprayed on this dirty air. It contains sulfur dioxide. The sulfur dioxide reacts with the lime and it forms precipitates of calcium sulfate and sulfide, which settle down here. Particulate matter, all particulate matter settle down here, and the clean air is passed through this outlet. This is what is the role of the scrubber. Now the third one, which is very important from your exam point of view, we have the catalytic converter. This is a metal box, is a device made up of metals which is fitted into the automobiles in your vehicles for reducing emission. The main purpose of the catalytic converter is to remove the means is to convert the more harmful gases into less harmful gases. So how what all it contains? The catalytic converter contains metals. These metals are very expensive, they are very costly, like platinum, palladium, rhodium, right? Now these metals, they act as a catalyst. Now catalyst, you know, they enhance the chemical reactions, but they don't undergo any change, right? So here these metals, they play the role of the catalyst. What happens is when the different air pollutants, the gas is passed through these metals, the hydrocarbons, they are converted into carbon dioxide and water, right? Carbon dioxide is less harmful as compared to hydrocarbons. We know that carbon dioxide can be used by the green plants, so it is less harmful than hydrocarbons. Then carbon monoxide, which is again a which causes serious ill effects, and nitric oxides, they are changed to carbon dioxide and nitrogen gas. Carbon monoxide is changed into carbon dioxide, nitric oxides, they are changed into nitrogen gas. So carbon dioxide and nitrogen gas is less harmful as compared to carbon monoxide. So this is what is the role of catalytic converter. So we can say that it is a device which is present in the exhaust of the vehicles. It is made up of metals like platinum, palladium, rhodium, and it converts more harmful gases into less harmful gases. Now the another question which arises is that you must have uh, under seen that in the at the petrol pumps it's written that unleaded petrol is available here. So what is that unleaded petrol? Sometimes in the petrol and diesel they add lead. So but that lead, it affects the catalytic converter. It stops the functioning of the catalytic converter because it inactivates the catalyst means palladium, platinum, rhodium, whatever is these metals are present, it and inactivates them. So the catalytic converter does not function properly and it does not remove the harmful gases. So the vehicles which have catalytic converter, they must use unleaded petrol because catalytic converter ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ it inactivates the catalyst.